organizer Thiru Johnny and respected director Dr. Roshan, Honorable Subject Secretary District Legal Authority Kolikot, and my esteemed colleague and Vice President of WAPR International, Dr. Radhakrishnan, and Sri Asrat, MD Ryan Foundation, and my esteemed colleague, Director Imans, and Secretary Kerala Foundation for Care of Mentally Disabled, and other colleagues who is sitting on the dais, and the pillars of psychosocial rehabilitation of Kerala State, and well-wishers of these organizations. Good morning to everybody. At the outset, I congratulate the organizers for initiating the state-level experience sharing workshop, especially on psychosocial rehabilitation. To some extent, it is a neglected field. At the same time, it is the need of the hour. It is the most wanted field. And as a WPR Indian President, I take this opportunity to congratulate the organizer, Johnny, and as well as the Director of CRC Kolikot, and also Director Imans, for coming forward to organize this wonderful workshop. In fact, today morning, my association with Johnny was quite long. A person who started his career in mission of charities and who worked for 8 years and then came to Kerala and started his initiative in rehabilitation in 90s. At that time, the meaning of rehabilitation itself or the importance of mental itself was unknown to anybody. At that time, here is a person who relinquished his association with the mission of charity, and he came to Wayanad and he initiated this psychiatric social rehabilitation in 90s. It is not an ordinary thing. He is a God-sent person, and he is a committed person, dedicated person, devoted person. And I don't have any doubt he is the first person who initiated this program in Kerala. Now, it is none other than our organizer, Johnny, and also his missus. It's really a great. They are all the God-sent couple for the rehabilitation. My dear friends and ladies and gentlemen, the mental health scenario in this country, it is not rosy. It is not encouraging. Again, you will be shocked and you will be surprised to know that 10.6% of the population are suffering from the serious type of psychiatric illness, who are dangerous to themselves and who are dangerous to other people. You can imagine the population of this great country, 133 million. You can calculate with the 10.6% of the population. So many millions are suffering from the serious type of psychiatric illness who need an immediate care. For such a huge type of population, again you will be shocked, you will be surprised to know that the available human resources, the entire country, we have got about 9,000 psychiatrists, 3,000 psychologists, and 2,500 psychiatric. So I am talking about the qualified psychiatric social workers, and also very less number of psychiatric nurses. Again, you will be shocked to know the available infrastructure facilities for the treatment facilities available in the country. In the entire country, we have got about 42 mental hospitals. And in the private sector, we have got about 50,000 beds, psychiatric beds. So for the magnitude of the problem, we have got about less human resources, inadequate the treatment facility, and above all, long distance to travel, high cost of treatment, and above all, stigma. It was rampantly prevalent. All these things made even the middle class families, they are highly hesitant to approach the mental health facilities. The net result is a treatment illness becomes an untreatable, a curable illness becomes an incurable, an acute illness becomes a chronic. This is I am telling about the treatment aspect. Let us come to the rehabilitation aspect. My dear friends and ladies and gentlemen, for past 50 years I am in the field of psychiatry. I am dealing with the emotional problems of the children, adolescent, adult and older people. My strong conviction is any psychiatric treatment will not be complete without rehabilitation. And the senior colleague, our WAPR, the vice president, our Radhakrishnan, he used to tell that the psychiatric treatment and rehabilitation should go side by side. It should not be a competitive, it should be a complementary. Any psychiatric treatment will not be complete with rehabilitation. That is our firm belief. That is why we have initiated this psychiatric rehabilitation movement in India under the leadership of Radhakrishnan, Dr. Murali and so many senior people. Now I am telling about the present scenario in 2022. Here is a person who sowed the seed for the rehabilitation in 90s. That is Johnny. It is not the ordinary thing. Starting a rehabilitation center, especially in a remote area of Kerala, and with the least manpower, only with the Almighty's blessing, with a firm conviction, he has started. And I am so happy to see there lot of people who are really interested in the rehabilitation center, rehabilitation movement, who have assembled here. That means our dream, our ambition, slowly it is coming true. And one important thing is the rehabilitation, because I have already told you, on one side the need is more, because the millions of people are suffering from the serious type of psychiatric illness. Manpower is less, treatment, inadequate treatment facility, high cost of treatment. And among all these things, initiating a rehabilitation program, it is very, very tough. But I have already told you, without rehabilitation, the treatment of psychiatric illness will not be complete. Then how to bridge up the gap? On one side the need is more, the other side the service is less. How to bridge up the gap means by involving the community. My dear friend, without involving the community, any program it is not going to be sustainable. Only with the support of community, only by utilizing the available resources which prevailing in the community, and especially when the community becomes a partner of the program is going to be viable, and the program it is going to be meaningful not only for the organizers but also for the community people. My sincere request for all these people is start creating an awareness about the mental illness, and also creating a treatment facility. It is very difficult to create a treatment facility on a single individual. But here again, Johnny has created a beautiful model. Tie up with the government agencies, tie up with the NGOs, tie up with all the other people. So the private-public partnership is the most important thing in treatment aspect. And a single individual, we will not be able to address the needs of the society. So by tying with the community, by tying with the collaborating with the important stakeholders, By collaborating with the government agency, definitely we will be able to give a meaningful solution for the needy population. Then after creating the treatment facility, then what about the rehabilitation? Definitely, on your own you can start the rehabilitation. There are two types of rehabilitation facility. One is an institutional-based rehabilitation, another is a community-based rehabilitation. Again, in the institutional-based rehabilitation, it addresses only the limited population, but also it requires lot of money power, manpower, human resources. I think it will be very difficult. So again, the alternative is coming to the community-based rehabilitation. So the community-based rehabilitation is the only solution for addressing the needs of the great country. And what is the community-based rehabilitation? Using the available resources available in the community, especially infrastructure, human resources, and also the involving all the important stakeholders of the community. And when we involve them in the rehabilitation, definitely it is going to be a successful model. And in fact, for 25 years back, I have started a very small program in a remote village in Tamil Nadu. In fact, after finishing my psychiatry after my exposure to my acquaintance with Radhakrishnan and Murli sir, I wanted to start a rehabilitation center. In fact, I came from the well-known city, Madurai. I want to look for a suitable place for starting the rehabilitation center. And initially the people were ready to give their land, ready to give their building to start the center. But when they came to know the purpose of this the program, they immediately were taken back. We don't want to give our building for starting a mentally ill people. So much of stigma at that time. So nobody were ready to give any place for me. At last, in a remote village, some 30 kilometers from Madurai, I started in a small way. Even in the village, when the village president, when the village Panchayat people, when they came to know the purpose of the center, again they were agitated. Don't start this center in our village. We are dead again because there is a lot of stigma. In Tamil Nadu, there are two important places, that is Yerwadi, and there is another place is Kuttalam, wherein the place is full of the psychiatric patient, and they were tied in chain, they were kept in dark room. So our place should not be named as the Yerwadi or Kuttalam. So we are deadly opposed to starting this center. I had my lifetime shock. My ambition was to start a rehab center and for mentally ill person. So I had no other alternative except to convert it as a general hospital or a primary hospital catering for the health needs. Simultaneously, I conduct an awareness program for the villages in around that center. Our theme is all psychiatric and treatable, curable and preventable. For every function, we used to invite some important functionary to preside over the function. One village, the president, when he started hearing our lecture, and immediately he called me, "Doctor, you are telling that psychiatric illness treatable, curable. My only son is kept in dark room. He was kept in chain. We could not give him any treatment, and he is an unproductive fellow. If you are able to give him a cure, definitely give him treatment. Otherwise, give him a poison and finish him. We don't want to keep him." Because his other sisters were unmarried, nobody came forward to give him an. So that was a situation. For me, it was a very, very peculiar situation, and I had my lifetime shock. And fortunately, I took the boy, I gave him treatment, and he became all right. Then I gave him rehabilitation. Then I gave him a job in my center, and also when he started doing a wonderful work, and he started earning, and the villagers started looking at this progress of the boy. A boy who was not doing any work, who was kept in chain, who was disabled for the family, who are not wanted by the society. After few months of treatment and a few weeks of rehabilitation, the boy started earning, the boy started working. That opened the eyes of the villagers. And he got the best employee award from the state government. And within a year, he got the best employee award from the government of India, President of India. And we got him married. Now he is owning his livelihood activities. That change, the progress, that live model change the attitude of the community from negative to positive side. That is why I am repeatedly telling, don't talk about the theory to the villagers. Don't talk about the Western theory, Freud, Neo-Freud, Jung, and all those things. So our community, they are not bothered about all these things. So the success model, so the life model, and also definitely the community, they will come forward. Because this is the mental health, World Mental Health Day week, and this is the time wherein you should sensitize the community about the importance of the mental health. And another important thing is, every person, Radhakrishnan used to tell that the rehabilitation starts on the first day itself. It is his mantra. He used to tell, you don't wait for rehabilitation. From the day one onward, you can start the rehabilitation. And another thing is, giving medicine alone will not be helpful. But medicine, rehabilitation, and counseling for the family member, when you are giving all these things in a combined way, then it will have a meaning for the family, it will have a meaning for the patient, and also the family, they will take an important stakeholder in the whole program. That is why involve the family in all your programs, because there are a lot of NGO people. So create an awareness, tie up with the like-minded the government and all para-government agents for the treatment facility, start a rehabilitation, but the community level and the institution level. And after the rehabilitation, what about, see, any rehabilitation without job, it is a meaningless. And train them in a livelihood activities. The livelihood activity should be meaningful for the patient as well as for the family. So when you are giving a livelihood activities, and when they train with the livelihood activities, you make a disabled person to an able person, and also you make a liability into an asset. See, ultimately your goal should be rescue from the community, restoration of their mental health, then give the rehabilitation, then reintegration to the community. That should be your motto. So I am extremely happy for sharing my ideas, and also for giving me such a wonderful platform, and also speaking to such a wonderful people. For me, I consider it a great privilege. And also from my heart, I congratulate the organizers, especially Johnny sir and the director, Rosen sir, such a young person. And always I am envy of him. The center is a brainchild of his center. And also I am really amazed to see the infrastructure facilities available. And also I am seeing the honorable subject. He is also young, dynamic. I think I am the oldest person I crossed the geriatric. And Krishnamar sir always a smiling. Yeah. And very rarely I am coming across a smiling face, especially in a director the post, especially the Rosen sir, Krishna Kumar sir. Because when you take up the director post, then initially you will be very happy after the welcome address and after the felicitation. As days goes, as months passes, suddenly you will become gloomy, you will have a vacant stare, infrequent blinking, and slowly you will talk yourself alone, and you will forget your family, and always you are the center around the activities of the director, and forgetting your beautiful, the glorious moments of the. So here there is typically even the three important, again the judges. Usually, I am extremely sorry, judges sir, in Tamil Nadu judges are very serious, and very rarely they came across a smiling face. Here is I am seeing a different people, different environment. I congratulate all the organizers for giving me the opportunity. Again I am telling you that God given us a rare opportunity. This is the time we should rise up to the occasion. Practically, when you had an opportunity of helping the other people, when you had an opportunity of alleviating the pain, when you had an opportunity of alleviating the hunger, if you had an opportunity of giving a pleasure to the other person, do it immediately. Otherwise, the chance will go to the other person. Thank you very much.
Director Dr. Roshan Bijli sir ne. Thank you. ഈ ഒരു സ്നേഹസമ്മാനത്തിന് ഉപഹാരത്തിന് വളരെ വലിയ പ്രത്യേകതയുണ്ട്. ഭിന്നശേഷിയുള്ള കുട്ടികൾ തങ്ങളുടെ പുനരധിവാസ പ്രവർത്തനവുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട് ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്ന ഒരു പ്രൊഡക്റ്റ് തന്നെയാണ് സബ്ലിമേഷൻ യൂണിറ്റ്. അത് ഈ ചടങ്ങിനെ കൂടുതൽ ഭംഗിയാക്കുന്നു എന്ന് ഞാൻ വിചാരിക്കുന്നു.